From coast to coast and around the globe, you are now tuned into Fly Christian Couple on Air.
Honey, you gotta be the type of woman who carries a high standard and is not afraid to march to the beat of her own drum.
We just want to see people blessed, man. Just, living the best lives possible.
Yes, you gotta put God first, believe in yourself, and definitely dream big.
Man, it's amazing what God can do if you just give it all to Him.
Terry, I love you so much, and I feel so blessed to be your wife.
Baby, I love you, and I'm so grateful to be your husband.
Hey, welcome to Fly Christian Couple on Air. I am your host, Tanya McCotter, along with my most flyest, dopest, laid-back man that I know, Terry McCotter Jr. Baby, tell all of our Fly Christians hello.
Fly people of the earth, what's going on?
Hello, everyone. We're back for yet another episode. And before we get the show started, we always have to give honor to God.
Oh, indeed. Absolutely.
Yes, we're so excited about the Lord. And we just love to get on an episode each week and just share how amazing He has been in our life. And so the way that we kind of do that is me and Babe love to hold each other accountable. And so this week, what we kind of focused on was God's timing.
Yep.
Yes.
God's timing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of another way of saying be patient. Or
right.
having patience
right.
in your life. God's timing is not our timing.
Right.
We've said it before that we live in a time where we want things right now.
Right.
Today.
Right.
Right this second. But a lot of time God is preparing us for more.
Mm-hmm.
So, just waiting and being patient, continue to just stay focused and keeping our eyes on Him,
mm-hmm.
and just allowing Him to do what He needs to do in order to get us to where we're trying to get to. So God's timing. Yeah.
Right.
All about God's timing.
And anytime if you ever go back and you have a thing that and I know, babe, you probably have experienced this before too, where you could remember something that you probably really wanted. I don't care whether it was like a degree or you wanted a new car or a new home or whatever it was that you wanted in that timing. And God didn't give it to you at that time, but He gave it to you at the right time. Yeah, you can always look back and be like, wow, I'm glad God didn't give it to me in that time because I wasn't ready.
Exactly. Something that we get too early is not good at all.
Right.
It's not a good thing. So that's the whole purpose of waiting on God is to develop, to allow Him to do whatever it is He needs to do in our life.
Right.
So that when the time comes, we are ready.
Right.
We're ready to receive the blessing and we're able to handle the blessing. We don't let things go to our head, or we don't, it's all, God's timing, man. It's not about our will being done, but about His. So,
that's true.
That's been a big thing for us, just kind of being in that place of being anxious for nothing.
Right.
Of course, we've been excited about this show and excited about God's people, just listening in and learning and growing. And a lot of times we look at things like, man, I'm ready for the next level. I'm ready to go here, ready to go here. But it's all about development and transition. And so, sometimes we just got to learn patience and wait on God. And when the time comes, because timing is of the essence. When the time is right,
amen,
then that's when things gonna happen.
Fall
so,
right.
Yeah, it's gonna fall in place. So,
right. Yeah. I just remember, I think me and you, we had a discussion about this a while back, and we was just talking on some of the things like when God was blessing us in a way. Years ago, it's all about development, because when you're not mature enough to handle certain things, or you're not at that level that God wants you to be at to receive those things, then he's not going to give it to you until you're ready for it. Because I remember you having multiple discussions and just saying like, babe, like, wow, I would have never been able to handle this years ago, because exactly. I know I wasn't ready for it.
Exactly.
But now it's just all about, knowing that God is placing us in that right timing and being able to handle those things that he has prepared for us.
Yeah. So, to the fly people of the earth that's listening, that's tuning in right now.
Right.
If something is going on in your life and it's not what you think it should be, or it's not where you think what am I trying to say? If you're not in that place that you want to be in, right, just keep praying, keep praying, stay focused, and in God's timing, things are going to happen for you. Things are going to fall in place for you, for your life. So, that's what it's all about. It's all about just being patient, having patience, and just knowing that in God's time and everything is going to work itself out.
Right. And continue to be grateful for where we are.
Absolutely.
We already.
Absolutely. Reflection. Yeah. Learn to reflect. Right. We have to learn to reflect on the places that we're in. So, that's good stuff, baby.
Yes, I love it. Yeah. So, guys, we have still been watching the Olympics. And we are so excited for the USA. And we like to say, woohoo!
Baby, really?
For everybody, all the athletes,
baby,
all the tremendous things that you guys have done. Went over to Rio and achieved. Michael Phelps, Ledecky, Simone Biles. You all have done tremendous in gymnastics, swimming, and you guys have done amazing.
Yeah, man. We definitely doing our thing in the Olympics.
Right.
But I don't know, babe. I love the USA, but I'm when it comes to the track and field, my boy Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
From Jamaica, man. Hey, that boy some problems out there. So
he's good.
Yeah, man. So definitely shout out to all the athletes, man. That's continue to just do their thing. And man, we still tuning in. We love the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if y'all have ever had this issue, like when you're in a relationship or if you're a couple that's tuning in. But I have really been on this thing, like this health tip of trying to really eat healthy. And my husband, he is just so big on these sweets. Y'all let us know, have y'all ever been in a relationship and the person, you could be like, babe, we are really finna go in with just eating healthy, eating better, and this is what we really about to do. But then you just have that person that bring that thick
You're right. That
chocolate chip cookie home or that thick pie. Right. And, y'all let us know, have y'all ever experienced that in a relationship where you may be trying to eat healthy, but you have that spouse or that person that you're in a relationship with, and you just got to taste that pie or you just got to taste that cookie that they have.
Baby, I'm just not where you at right now. I know that you are on this health tip and you're doing very good. You're doing good. You doing. I see you every day. You eating healthy. You got your little salads, and
Yeah.
But I'm not in that place yet.
I know.
I'm not in that. I'm still on these fat cheeseburgers. I'm still on these French fries and these chocolate chip cookies, man.
I know, and sometimes you convert me over.
I convert you over. Yeah, you just eat. You just love to eat too.
Guys, y'all let us know, really, have y'all ever experienced that before? I know that that's something serious, like when you're in a relationship and you are in love and with your little love bug and you experience things like that. But we wanted to really just talk about the things that are going on in the world right now with Louisiana and the trying times that they are experiencing.
Yeah, it's a more serious issue. And I definitely want to, from Fly Christian Couple, we definitely want to extend our prayers and our thoughts over to the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Last I saw, I think about 13 lives were took.
Right.
With this flooding, and about 40,000 homes was damaged. That's a lot of homes.
Yes.
That's a lot of people.
Yes.
That has been affected, and that's definitely not an easy thing. You got, every day we waking up and we're going to work, and we're trying to support our families.
Right.
Sometimes in life, man, things come along that us as people we can't control. We can't. It's nature.
Out of our hands.
It's out of our hands. So we have to really just stay in prayer for the state of Louisiana, because I know it's a lot of people hurting.
Right.
A lot of people lost their homes and people losing their lives, and it's just definitely a sad situation.
Right.
And so we definitely keeping them in our prayers.
Yeah, and anytime that we have where things are occurring like this, and like you said, babe, we have where we do get up and we're focusing on our businesses and things like that, and everybody have their own lives. But sometimes we have to keep in mind of those people who are going through these things and pray for them.
Absolutely.
Just say a small prayer for those people who are going through these things and in this time. And and that's even with the hatred that we're still dealing with, like in Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, the riots is going on, been going on since the weekend. And man, just a sad situation. Another life was taken by an officer, and I don't really want to get into it because I don't really know the details of the situation. But once again, another family was affected, and people have been affected by these riots because you got these people that they've been working their whole lives. They build businesses, and then on account of a situation,
they're being destroyed.
Their businesses are being burned down, and people are looting, and it's just so much stuff that's going on.
Right.
And I really feel for the innocent people. For the innocent bystanders. You understand what I'm saying? People that really don't even have nothing to do with the situation, but their lives are being affected by that.
Right.
And so once again, we in prayer for Milwaukee, and just those families that are hurting, loved ones being taken. We're praying for people every day. It could easily be somebody in our family. It could easily be your family. It could easily be
that's true.
One of us. So
that's true.
We have to keep these things in mind. A lot of times we looking at TV, or we reading the news, or reading a newspaper or something to that nature, and we see things, and because things are so common, we just pass right on by it like, hey, another situation, another episode, But we have to understand that these are lives being taken.
That's true.
So
and we just have to continue to keep everyone in prayer.
Absolutely.
Because even these times where we are having people that are going in and destroying these different states and cities and different things like that, where they are destroying the cities or their communities. You have to realize that your children still have to go to school there. They still have to live there. And you just want to do what's right. Guys, it's not right at all to go into these communities and destroy these communities these ways. We have to go back to how our Black leaders did things and how they protested in peaceful ways. And, get your point across with respect and honor.
The thing about it is, people are so upset, and they're so hurt.
But they're still not being heard because of the way that things are being done.
That's true. That's so true. And honestly, You know, I agree with what you're saying, because we burning down our own communities.
Right.
We're tearing down our own, you know, people that have worked so hard for these businesses.
That's true.
And so,
and some of these people are brothers and sisters,
absolutely,
that have that have created these businesses. And I don't know if people have ever created businesses, but that's not an easy task.
No, it's definitely,
that's a lot of hard sweat, blood, and tears.
Yeah, it's a sacrifice,
right,
of your whole entire life. And so, like I said, you know, I really just feel for the people, the innocent bystanders,
right?
Because people do work hard every day, and man, we're just in prayer for people,
right?
And in prayer for the mindset of people.
Yes, that it would change. Yes, God,
that
yes,
it would change, and that our outlook, our perspectives will be different. You know, because we actually hurting. We hurting ourselves in a sense. We are. You know, I understand that people are in pain and they're so upset, but at the end of the day, the way that you handle things, you can still, you put yourself
in a just
in a bad place. So, but my prayers are with those people, you know, people that are hurting.
Yeah. Well, guys, we are today. We're actually gonna be discussing on the topic of dealing with trust issues in a relationship. And how you can overcome or eliminate any type of issues that you may be experiencing with trust. So if you're battling trusting your spouse or trusting your companion, we're just going to be giving tips and ways that you can overcome those things by eliminating some things that you may be doing. Some of you guys already may be doing these things, but yeah, we just want to share what you can do to eliminate those bad habits, and just some wisdom that you can take with you into your relationship, and use those things to apply them to your relationship and overcome things that you don't even have to go through, fights that can be avoided, bad habits that can be avoided, things that you may not even be aware that you're doing as a spouse or as a companion, to have these trust issues to creep up into your relationship.
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, I want to start off a little different today. I'm gonna start out with this question, just to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Something that I was thinking about the other day. And you know, we all know that social media is a big part of society nowadays. Smartphones, big part of society. Like it's a big part of our everyday life. Like a lot of people, we can't even go without our phone. Right. We can't even go without social media. And just in my observation of relationships over the past, I say over the past 5-6 years, a lot of relationships have been damaged or either ended because of social media. Right. So I had a question, like, to all of our fly listeners. You know, do you think it's appropriate when you're in a marriage or a relationship to have passwords to each other's social medias, or even smartphones, or email accounts? Right. I mean, all this stuff.
Laptops.
You know, everything that we deal with, you got to have a user password. Right. So, do you think it's appropriate to have your spouse's password to their social media or to
we would love to hear people's responses.
Absolutely. That's
a really great question.
That is just like, I want to know what people think about it. Because it's such a big part of our everyday life.
It is.
You know, so I want people to respond, hit us up, email us, tweet, hit us on Facebook, wherever you can find us at. I want to hear what people are saying, because some people think that it's a privacy thing. Like, I've heard men say, man, I never give my lady the password to my Facebook or my Twitter. And my question would be, well, okay, why?
Right.
Well, I ain't got nothing to hide, but it's just a privacy thing.
Right.
It's just like, this is, I mean, some people just feel like that.
Yeah,
feel like it's just like, no, you don't need my password. That's just
right.
We don't have to do that.
And I think it makes some people feel like uncomfortable, especially if it's a new relationship.
Right.
Like if it's something fresh and it's real new. I wouldn't think as a woman that you should even worry about asking someone for their password.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because if this person is comfortable enough with you anyways, they're going to want to share that with you anyway to let you know that, I don't have anything to hide. Right.
So like saying like, well, you can trust me. So here's my social media password.
Right. Like I think that if you sit back as a lady and be classy, and because I have had experiences, just like you say, you've had experiences with men. I've had some women to send in. And the reason why, guys, we always talk about social media is because that is a huge thing in relationship. Because we have a lot of people to email us or have tweeted us in the past or DM, and this is really a huge issue for homes.
Right. There's people divorcing over this.
Right. This is very serious to some people. Yeah. And I don't look at it like it's that serious, but hey, you got some people that this is life and death to them. And I just think that when you are in a relationship, if it's a new relationship, I just think that as women, I have had women to send me messages and different things like that and say where they feel like they are obligated to that. Now, they may not even be in a relationship with this male. They may not even be, this may be a boyfriend. They may be newly, 6 months into a relationship with them, and they feel like this is something that they're obligated to have.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to know why. Or what is the reason that that you would want it or that you wouldn't want it? Or what's the reason that you would share it or you wouldn't share it? Right. That's why I just wanted to hear a feedback from from all our fly listeners. Yeah. But I think what you were saying in the beginning, before I even got to that, you were saying that building a friendship. I think that should be the first step in a relationship. It should. Building a bond, building that friendship, that bond. Right. And something that you always talk about, having that understanding of one another. Right. That way, you lay the foundation of trust. That's true. Before you're having to, and that's what I mean about you not having to certain things in a relationship. If there's a certain understanding, you just don't have to ask for. Yeah. Once you lay that foundation, or once you build that friendship and that bond with each other, right. In some cases, they would want to make sure that you feel secure, so they would give you these things. Okay. And I think that just takes us into by even suppressing your insecurities, by building up your confidence and your self-worth. Yeah. I think, when it comes to this type, when you're talking about trust, relationships differ. They, people are different. People handle their relationships different. Right. But I know, for us, right. We go out a lot, quite a bit a lot. And we see, we have our encounters with people. Right. Now, I'm not saying that I'm Denzel or nothing, but I'm alright, Yeah, babe, you're a little bit better than Denzel. But what I'm saying is we are attractive people. So when we go out, we like to look nice. We like to look a certain way, and sometimes we will catch looks from other people. You know what I'm trying to say. Right. We are always. Women might look my way, or men might look your way. But we we have a clear understanding
right.
in our marriage,
right?
That, and we're big on showing each other affection, even when we're in public. I think that is a great way to counter.
That's true.
It's a great way to counter looks,
right?
And because sometimes people can be, they can be disrespectful.
That's true.
So, but I think that's a great way to counter those kind of, I don't know what the word is.
Those issues that
those
occurred,
type issues,
like
right?
Yeah.
Like when we out, I make sure I'm holding your hand and I'm kissing on you.
Opening my door.
Right, I'm opening your door. I'm letting everybody know this is my woman.
Right.
Ain't gonna be none of that crazy stuff. This is my wife. This ain't no high school stuff.
Right.
This is my woman. So, but you do the same thing.
Right.
I've seen where a man would be looking at you and then you instantly turn to me and rub my face or kiss on me or
I
something
have
like
always done that.
Right.
And that's something I faithfully believe in.
Right.
Me and you, like when we first started dating, like that was something, because I wanted you to know, although I know you're a very confident man in who you are, like I still, as your woman, wanted to do that. Like, because I wanted to make you feel like, babe, you can trust me 1,000% when I'm with you, when I'm not with you, because I feel like in certain relationships, if you are giving this woman, if a man is giving a woman that type of attention when they are with you, or a woman is giving that man some type of attention, she loved this man telling her how beautiful she is, or all these different things, then I feel like you would do that behind your spouse's back or behind your companion's back, and then it makes your spouse look at you like, okay, well, I can't trust you.
Exactly. That's the point I was getting to. When you do things like that and you're in public and you're showing public display of affection, and that's building the confidence of your
relationship, right?
Yeah, because it lets them know. I have seen situations where a man and a woman could be dating and they're out in public,
right?
And a man could see another woman, and it'll catch his attention, and he would probably get caught up in the moment. He would probably start staring or something like that.
Right, that's so disrespectful.
But that makes his woman feel
uncomfortable,
so uncomfortable and insecure because his attention has been caught by somebody else.
Right.
So then, if these things are happening while we together,
right,
then how are you when we're not together?
How are you behaving like when we're not together?
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And if you're doing stuff like that, that's not good at all, because that's a bad vibe for a relationship.
Yeah, that turns most people off.
Yeah, that's a turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge turn off. But babe, me and your bond and our friendship is, I can even remember when we have maybe been out and have experienced things like that.
Right.
Well, me and you truly would like, we're such friends that we would like, that's would come off something that's funny to us, or it'll be just a joke in the heat of the moment. Like, that's what we mean about friendship.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, now that's us,
right?
But it's so many people that are not like that.
Right.
You know, we can say for us that's we know how to deal with that.
Right.
But it's people that are breaking up over these type situations. That's because true. We hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Like we'll receive a message from somebody and they say, well, I just don't think that I can trust him. We go out in public, he's staring, his head is turning the other way, and this is things that are being said. So everybody's not dealing like that, and everybody don't know how to make their spouse or their partner feel comfortable,
right,
and feel confident in the relationship,
right.
So
those are ways that you can definitely, and even with the person, woman or male, it's good to be able to build up that confidence and that self-worth within yourself, and but you as a spouse and as a as a companion, you should also try to make effort to that person to make them feel more comfortable, to make them feel like you love them and you would never hurt them, or that they can trust you.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, we talking in a sense of relationships, but trust issues can go deeper.
Yeah, that's true.
Than just a relationship.
That's true.
You know, you got some people that had something that might have went on in their childhood.
That's true.
That causes them to not trust in general.
That's true.
You know, I know we're talking about relationships, but it's people out here.
That's true.
That have some deep-rooted issues that go beyond relationship.
Right.
So they might have been abused as a child.
Yeah.
Something might have happened, and they probably just feel like they can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Or get close to anybody. You know, am I making sense?
Yeah. And that's understandable, because if you have experienced those things in your past, the best thing to do in those moments, honestly, is to deal with healing. Like, you have to go through a healing process with the Lord, and allow God to heal those broken wounds that you may be experiencing. Because God tells us that He would bless us with peace and love and trust. And I think the best way that we can do that is in singleness and having those intimate personal moments with God, allowing Him to love on us and allowing us to trust Him, you know, first before we get into relationships. And that allows you to build up your confidence and your self-worth. That's true. And even if you have experienced relationships in the past where you've been hurt, and now you're going into a new relationship and you still feel like you haven't been healed, you need to continue to still be healed through God, because
stay single.
Right, and stay single, because you're not ready for a relationship yet until you can feel like you can trust someone beyond those hurts that you've experienced before, because you're only going to make it miserable for that person that you're getting in a new relationship with. Yeah,
that's tough, man, because you know, being hurt in one relationship and then going to the next and not really going through that healing process, but your emotions kind of up in the air because you got a new person that's making you feel good in the beginning, and then the moment when the relationship sets in and you guys kind of get comfortable, those old thoughts,
those old feelings start to creep back.
That's right. You might see something, you might anything can bring back that old memory, you know, and those trust issues they'll resurface. So that's definitely important. Really, just healing.
And I would say too,
in a relationship,
babe, having somebody too that know, if you have dealt with some things in your past, and because I mean, God willing, it's a lot of things that people have dealt with or went through, things that we've heard about, even people where their parents have taken them through things. I mean, people have went through some horrible
traumatic
traumatic issues. So I think it's important too for that person that you get in a relationship with, for them to understand, for them to really love on you the right way.
Absolutely.
And they'll be able to understand that you are going through these things, because we're not perfect, and so we do have, you know, you may have things that you are dealing with or you have dealt with, but I would really say focus on healing within the Lord first before you get into any type of a relationship, because you have to have that where God can deal with those broken wounds and those scars. And you don't want to take that into something new, and especially if that person don't really understand that. Like, if you come from two totally different backgrounds or worlds, that's gonna be hard. But just continue to do that. Continue to heal. Anybody that has been through something that is very trying or traumatic, definitely allow the Lord to heal you first.
Before getting into something new.
Right. And just eliminate. Also, in relationships, you need to be able to eliminate jealousy, eliminating fear, eliminating doubt in relationships.
Right.
That allows you to be able to trust.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people can have that fear on the inside of them where they kind of was with someone previously and that relationship didn't work out, or maybe something happened in that relationship. You may very well be with someone new, someone that you prayed for, someone that God blessed you with. You don't want to continue to relive fear, have doubt that you're going to experience the same thing again. So that allows you to hurt that person. Right. Because you're so afraid you're hurting that person with your words.
Yeah, cause you to kind of act out a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely a big one. Yeah, really just I think the biggest thing is putting your trust in God.
Right.
And just really allowing Him to develop you.
Right.
Going through whatever transitions that may be needed in your life, because being in a relationship and having jealousy, man, that's the number one killer.
It is
in a relationship.
It is,
because every time you are away from your partner, all types
you're
of
making
thoughts.
Assumptions.
That's right. All types of thoughts are going through your mind.
Right.
The moment they don't pick up the phone the first time that you call, you thinking something. They didn't return your call as quick as they should, as quick as you think they should.
Right.
They didn't come home on time.
Right.
It go. Your mind is gonna run off with you.
Right. That's true.
Because of your trust issue.
That's true.
So really. For me, I always like to go back to the beginning and have that relationship with God first.
Right.
Allowing Him to just develop us, develop our mind, our train of thought. Go ahead.
And another thing that I just wanted to share when you say that, baby, because that is so true. When you are in that place where you really don't trust, or you're having trust issues, and you're like under the assumption every time that person don't pick up the phone, or they're not answering when you feel like it, and your mind instantly go to, this person is treating me bad, they cheating on me, or things like that.
You probably shouldn't be in that relationship.
Yeah, you shouldn't. But then another thing is if you're suspicious like that, and you're suspicious of someone, then you should pray. Yeah. You should pray about it. Ask God to reveal those things to you. Yeah. Have peace. Yeah. The best thing that you can ever have in your life is a peace of mind.
That's true.
And, especially us as women, I just think, I've heard certain women that have reached out or different things like that, and they do experience those things. Right. They instantly want to jump to conclusion, instantly want to snoop, or, start arguments, or, make assumptions, do these things. Or either some people hiring private investigators. Yeah. That's true. If you have to do that much, then you probably shouldn't be in that relationship anyways. Yeah. But if you do have any type of assumptions, or you're suspicious of these things, my best thing to tell you to do, and I promise you it works like a charm, is to, if you're dating and you may not know, God, is this the right person that you desire me to marry? Yeah. Is this the right person that you really want me to be with? And you're suspicious of these things now. You ask God, you pray to God and ask God to show me. Right. Show me Jesus. And in those things, when He show you, it's not meant for you to lose your mind, lose your cool. You just take that as a bullet that you dodged, and appreciate God for that. Right. And God will in return bless you with the person that He desires you to be with.
That's true.
But the best thing you can do in life is keep a peace of mind. Yeah. Because in Ephesians 4:3, 4:2-3, it says, be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love, make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace.
There it is. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. I think in relationships, as a couple, we should make one another feel comfortable. We should make each other feel secure.
We should.
And we should be telling each other every day, you know, that, man, I would never hurt you. I would never intentionally hurt you.
That's true.
I would never disrespect you.
Right.
We should be telling each other these things to provide a sense of comfort.
And a sense of security.
That's right.
In this relationship. Because I think with me and you, what we did, we made every effort to do that in the beginning of our relationship. And we don't have to really do that now, but we did that, you know, in the beginning to make sure, just to share that with somebody.
Yeah, I think it's easier when you know.
Right.
You know for a fact, like, this the person I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
So when you in that moment, when you in that when that is your mind frame, then it's a little bit easier.
That's
but
true.
when you're kind of going through the dating motions and you're trying to figure it out, it's a little bit tougher. It's a little bit harder.
Playing games.
Right.
You know, stop playing these games. If you are serious with somebody, stop playing these games.
Yeah. Be serious.
Be serious. Be mature.
Right.
You know,
like
be
that.
mature, because, you know, playing these games, that stuff is really for the birds.
Right.
It really,
I mean, games
that was
are for
like
kids.
2006, you know, and it's 2016.
Right.
Please stop playing these unnecessary games.
Right.
And, you know, be real with people and be truthful to them. And if you love them, love on them for real.
The thing about it is, the way this world's set up now, we got so many different diseases and so many things going on. You really don't have the time.
That's true.
To you know, if you're gonna be committed, then be committed. If you're not, then don't. You know, because it's so much easier to just be a single person.
That's true.
And do your thing.
That's true.
Instead of breaking people down to the ground.
That's true.
And just breaking hearts like we've seen. So
that's true.
It's just easier to just be like you said, be mature, be an adult, and say, man, look, I'm not ready for that life yet. I'm not ready to be married. I'm not ready to be committed or serious. And eliminate all the trust issues right there.
That's true.
Just say, look, I'm just trying to do my thing right now. I'm just trying to
be honest.
Be honest.
Right.
Be open and honest.
Right.
Because that's the time that we live in.
Right.
Like, we don't have the time to kind of play around.
To waste.
It's too much going on. It's too much out there.
Right.
For us not to be serious.
Right.
So when you do find a person that has potential to be your wife or your husband, then you look at that and you say to yourself, like, man, is this what I truly want? Is this what I truly desire for my life?
Right.
And then you go head on with that decision.
That's
because
true.
we have to live with the decisions that we make.
That's true.
You know, so I like that. Be mature, be serious.
And I think one of the most important things what I got from you what you just said was on playing games and that time, and that we don't have time to waste time.
Right, that's right.
And I just think that it goes to character and integrity.
That's true.
You know, because at the end of the day, if you are playing around with someone and you're playing around with their emotions, you have to also know that those things are going to come back to you.
That's
God is going to allow those things to come back on you.
100%.
So it's better to treat people how you desire to be treated. Don't play around with people's emotions, feelings, if that's truly not how you feel.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, you know, I just really think it's important, and we really wanted to go over some of these ways that we can eliminate some tips that we could offer, and we could give some type of wisdom that we could offer to just some of our fly listeners that tune in to us. Absolutely. And guys, one of those, and one thing I wanted to share as well is through prayer, make sure that you are treating that person in a godly manner. Right. You know, make sure that you are respectable to that person as well. Because it's just important for us to do that in these timings.
Oh, absolutely.
You are now tuned into Fly Christian Couple on Air.
and we want to do the work too in relationships, babe.
Absolutely.
Like, it's important that we do the work, you know.
You got to put the work in.
You know, any type of, if you are in a relationship with someone, don't be lazy.
Right.
Like, don't be lazy. You know, it's your duty to encourage that person.
That's right.
It's your duty to show them love. It's your duty. I mean, and that's really how you should look at it, because it's an honor. If you really love that person and you care for them, you should truly be able to do those things, because in Colossians 3:23, God tells whatever you do, work at it with all of your heart as you're working for the Lord and not human master.
Absolutely.
So even if you're suspicious or you're under the assumption that your spouse or the person that you're in a relationship with, that they may be doing certain things to you and you don't trust them, it's still your duty as a wife and as a husband to be kind, to be loving, to be honorable to that person until God show you those things and you make out a decision of what it is that you want to make a move in and move forward in. You should still be doing what Colossians 3:23 says do. And then you should not change your character on the count of somebody else.
That's right.
If they're not loyal to you, if they're cheating on you, you never change who you are based on somebody else. You just make decisions to remove that person out of your life.
Yeah, I mean, that's a painful experience that we've seen people go through.
Right.
And it's easier said than done.
That's true.
We, like I said, it all goes back to our relationship with God, because God can lead and direct our footsteps. You know, and it goes back to the commitment. It goes back, you know, if we are in a committed relationship, that's exactly what it is. It's a commitment,
right?
You know, to one another.
That's true.
And so these things are to be taken serious. They're not to be taken lightly, because your life is on the line.
That's true.
That's your lifeline.
That's true.
You know, your relationship with God.
That's true.
Your marriage.
Ooh, yes.
Because it's an order.
Amen.
It's an order. It's God, then it's your marriage.
And I don't know about some people, baby, but I don't believe in playing with my life.
Absolutely.
Like, my life is not a game. It was not a joke. I don't care if I was young and a young adult.
Right.
Like, if you didn't measure up to being in my life, then you just don't measure up. If God say that you are not the person.
Right. I get
if you're not the person, then that's how we should look at things, because you just cannot play around in your life. This is your life. God is the head of it, and you are the person that makes those decisions and choices for your life to be better. Right.
So that's some good stuff, man. Trust issues are big, especially in today's generation. You know, it's all about our commitment. Right. You know, our relationship with God, how we carry ourselves in our everyday life. Right. And so, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, some good stuff was said, baby.
Oh, yes. Good stuff was said. Yes. And we hope that this really blessed some of our Fly Christians. If you guys have any questions, and even with the question that Babe asked in the previous in the beginning of the show, definitely send us emails, tweet us. You can send us a message on our YouTube or our Facebook page. Yeah, you can send us messages and comments and different things like that.
Yeah. So it's been a good show.
Oh yeah.
So anything else you wanna put out there?
No.
What about you want to read off the social medias?
Oh, yeah. I can definitely go ahead and read those off.
All right.
So, guys, you can reach us at YouTube. That's going to be one of our number one spots where you can contact us. So, contact us at YouTube. It's going to be /flychristiancouple.com. Okay. And then you can also reach us on Twitter. You can always find us on Twitter at Fly Christ Couple. Right. And then also it's going to be our website at www.flychristiancouple.com. Yep. And then also on our email, you can send us messages, your testimonies, prayer requests, different things like that at flychristiancouple@gmail.com. And then we're also on Facebook as Terry McCotter and Tanya McCotter.
Indeed. Indeed. So y'all hit us, man, and I want to hear y'all's response to the question that was asked in the beginning of the show.
Right.
That do you think in being in a relationship? Do you think it's appropriate to have each other's passwords to social medias or to your phone or whatever?
Yeah,
emails,
that's a good question.
Whatever. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Yes, that's very interesting. We would love to hear y'all's opinions on that.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But what I do want to leave is everyone, if you don't have a personal relationship with God, we just advise that before getting into a relationship that you do try very hard to gain a personal relationship with the Lord, because through doing this, God will reveal so many things to you. He will bless you in a way that no man can. So we just ask that you will continue to build a relationship with him and be saved. And we love you guys so much.
That's right. And all our Fly Christians, y'all continue to dream big, man.
Yes.
We're going to tell you every time you listen to it, we're going to tell you to dream big, man. So
dream
we
big.
hope that we said some things that was enlightening or kind of open your mind to different thoughts or whatever. But, man, we're going to get up out of here.
Oh, yeah.
So until next time, y'all be blessed. And we love you.
We love y'all.
We appreciate you. And we out.
Thanks,
Fly
guys. Bye to all Fly Christians. Bye-bye. Love y'all.
Fly Christian couple on there. We out.